Alright, let's be real. If you thought the US Open was just about powerful serves, epic rallies, and dramatic five-set thrillers, think again. Because this year, one of the wildest storylines didn't even happen on the court. It happened courtside. Sports Illustrated swimsuit model Brooks Nader found herself at the center of a headline-grabbing tennis love triangle. Yes, you heard that right. The fashion star was reportedly dating both Carlos Alcaraz and Jannik Sinner, the world's top two men's tennis players, during the same tournament. And before you say it, yes, it sounds a little too much like the Zendaya movie Challengers. But this is real life, and the drama surrounding it had fans, gossip outlets, and even late-night TV buzzing non-stop. Now let's rewind for a second. Brooks Nader isn't just any model. She's a familiar face in Sports Illustrated swimsuit issues and now stars in a Hulu reality show called Love Thy Nader alongside her sisters. She's known for being outspoken, playful, and someone who doesn't shy away from the spotlight. That spotlight only got brighter when her sister Grace Ann hinted on SiriusXM's Page 6 radio that Brooks was juggling a little roster of suitors, joking that some were from every field and court. The tease instantly lit up social media, especially when Grace Ann gave a not-so-subtle hint that one of those suitors' names rhymed with winner. Naturally, fans connected the dots to Jannik Sinner, Italy's rising star on the ATP Tour. But if you thought the story ended there, buckle up. Because Brooks Nader didn't exactly deny the speculation when late-night host Jimmy Kimmel pressed her about the rumors. Instead, she played coy, nervously laughing it off and telling Kimmel, "You're close, you're warm." That answer didn't shut the door. In fact, it opened it even wider. Suddenly, everyone wanted to know, was she really dating Sinner? Or was there someone else in the picture? Just days later, Grace Ann Nader dropped another bombshell during an interview with E! News, hinting that Brooks was actually connected to Jannik's fiercest rival, none other than Spain's Carlos Alcaraz. And just like that, the love triangle narrative took center stage. Here's where the timing gets even juicier. Brooks Nader was spotted sitting front row at the US Open on August 31st, cheering on Carlos Alcaraz as he took on Arthur Rinderknech. She wasn't trying to hide her presence, and it wasn't long before tennis fans noticed her support for the Spaniard. Fast forward a week, and Alcaraz faced none other than Jannik Sinner in the finals. A match that was already a high-stakes battle between two of the brightest young stars in men's tennis. Alcaraz walked away with the title, but the chatter wasn't just about his on-court performance. It was also about who he might be celebrating with after. And that's where Brooks Nader's name popped up again. Sources close to the situation told outlets like Page 6 that Brooks was indeed romantically linked to both men during the tournament. But let's pause here. Dating in Hollywood and celebrity circles can mean very different things. Sometimes it's casual, sometimes it's serious, and sometimes it's just fun rumors with a hint of truth. What's clear is that Brooks had her sister spilling a little too much tea, and the media ran with it. That's the reality of being in the spotlight. When your personal life overlaps with two of the world's most famous athletes, you become part of the storyline, whether you like it or not. Now, let's not forget that Brooks Nader isn't new to high-profile romances. She was previously married to real estate investor Billy Hare, but they split in 2024, finalizing their divorce a year later. Before this US Open drama, she also made headlines for dating Dancing with the Stars pro Gleb Savchenko in a steamy on-again, off-again relationship that lasted about 8 months. And if that's not enough star power, she was even casually linked to former NFL legend Tom Brady after they connected at Michael Rubin's famous 4th of July white party in 2024. Simply put, Brooks knows how to keep her dating life interesting, and fans can't seem to get enough of it. As for Carlos Alcaraz, his US Open win was a career-defining moment. At just 22 years old, the Spanish sensation has already carved out a reputation as one of the sport's future legends. After the tournament, he was seen celebrating at a private New York hotspot, surrounded by family, friends, and yes, plenty of models. Whether Brooks was part of that inner circle or not remains unconfirmed. But the timing of her courtside appearances and her sister's not-so-subtle hints kept fueling speculation. Meanwhile, Jannik Sinner, who's only 24, has been Alcaraz's biggest rival on tour, and their matches are always instant classics. Having Brooks linked to both only amplified the intrigue. What makes this story fascinating is how it blurs the line between sports and pop culture. The US Open is one of the biggest sporting events in the world, but off the court, it's also a major social scene, attracting celebrities, influencers, and big-name personalities. For Brooks Nader, being front row wasn't just about tennis, it was about visibility. Add in her reality show promotion and her history of eye-catching public appearances, and suddenly, her love life becomes part of the US Open's unofficial storyline. Whether intentional or not, it kept her name in the headlines right alongside Alcaraz and Sinner. Of course, it's worth mentioning that none of the parties directly confirmed the relationships. Reps for Brooks, Carlos, and Jannik all declined to comment, which is pretty standard in situations like this. Celebrities often let speculation run its course rather than feed into it, especially when they're juggling careers that thrive on focus and image. For Brooks, the mystery may even work in her favor. People are tuning into her Hulu show, following her on social media, and keeping her in the conversation. And for the tennis stars, staying silent avoids distractions from their careers, which are still just getting started at the top level. At the end of the day, this entire situation highlights how celebrity culture, reality TV, and professional sports are more intertwined than ever. Fans don't just follow matches anymore. They follow the personalities, the relationships, and the drama that comes with it. Brooks Nader may not have